everybody, this is Rydo and we are back with another recording of Rogue Legacy. Let us choose our heir and continue. So, we did Lady Blair last time, who was not very useful. Now we could do Lady Blair too, who has ADHD, so she moves faster. Or we could do Sir Culp 3, who is an endomorph and has the scythe. We haven't played with the scythe yet. Or we could do Lady Charlotte, who is the barbarian, who has hypergonadism. Which I think I'll take the barbarian with hypergonadism. Your perma-roided, which means your attacks knock enemies further back. So we'll take Lady Charlotte. We got 110 gold last time, and I don't know if that means I can buy anything. I think it probably means we can't. So the scythe releases two, one at about 5 degrees and one at about 15 degrees upward as their weapon. There's Santa Claus flying around again. I guess it would be worth mentioning that I'm recording this like the day after Christmas, and that's probably why Santa Claus is flying in the background. I know this episode isn't airing anywhere near Christmas, but I like to record series far ahead of when they air for older games. It helps me keep my channel full of new things. Oh, Squire Helm was not equipped. I wonder why. Probably because she's a barbarian, or maybe because I don't know. I don't know why the helmet wasn't equipped, but I'll equip it. So we could use this and lock the layout of the castle, but there was no real reason to it. Unfortunately, that means that there's nothing I can do with this 110 gold. It's just all gonna be lost to Sharon. Let's hope that this run is better than the last. So you always start the same way. You have a chance to get 30 gold or so in the first round. So, not a particularly dangerous room, but still kind of dangerous. This is a particularly dangerous room. It requires fast action. We're gonna quickly die. If we stand next to this, we can use our ability to hit them and take them out without risking damaging ourselves. Notice that the eyeball's ability to shoot goes right through these walls. Also, if you notice these dark bricks here, if you were a dwarf, you could probably run under that. That's probably a secret passage with doors. There's all kinds of little secrets in this game that, as you become an expert, as you play the game, you pick up on. Let's see, there's a chest in this room, so I want to pick it up at all possible. Not good. This one's some tough water. We've got the Squire chestplate blueprint. So I can't jump high enough to reach that by myself. There we go. So it's probably useful to come over here on the left of the map because you're not going to go severely to the left of where you started. Maybe one room. Now, if only I could get through these dwarfism areas, I could get both of those chests. Now, if I lock down the facility, ooh, this is not good. That's a boss. Can I take him on? Well, it's not a boss as much as a sub-boss. Let's see. No. The answer is no, I cannot take it on. So, did we get any gold? We got 200 gold for that. That was a barbarian lady 7, level 7 lady Charlotte. Just to check that out. I'm probably not going to end up checking all of them. So we could play as Lady Shanoa, the knave, who is so skinny she's an ectomorph, so every hit sends you flying. We have a nearsighted trait for Lady Chun-Li, again, which we've already played as a Lady Chun-Li, they start repeating. Or we could play as Lady Winry, the barbarian, who is OCD. OCD restores your magic power. So this would be a really bad one to choose. This one is nearsightedness. It's not terrible, but not great. Lady Winry is actually a pretty good one. With OCD, that means we will be able to potentially use that to our advantage and use our abilities more. So we got a blueprint. First thing to do is go to the smithy and see what he can make. For 350 he could give us +9 armor, which would be great because we have 0 armor right now. Unfortunately we only have 200 gold. So we're gonna have to leave that blueprint alone. And therefore I'm gonna take this and get the attack up as my choice. That leaves me with 30. There we go. Oh yes, and you can do multiples of these. So if you're just trying to beat a boss, doing several of these on a boss will do some major damage on there if you have the magic power. I want to use this, even though it's going to make me lose 60% of the gold, because I need to figure out if the treasures refill or not, and it seems like they aren't going to. So I've locked down the castle so it won't change. And so, see, it did not give us this controls build. Things are rebuilt as far as bad guys and creations, but the map is the same, and the items are the same. Now, random things that give you things like coins aren't set, because I know for a fact that that gold lamp did not give us a 10 gold piece. So you definitely want to destroy everything. So there's no reason not to do something like this. Don't take damage while you're doing it. Because I will refill HP my magic power pretty quickly by just destroying things. Well, actually, not very quickly is probably the wrong word. Just run this way and attack things. once you start getting into the flow of the game, you're quickly able to start doing things like this, becoming one with the game. So, the blueprint we found cannot be gotten again, which was part of my question. And the two chests over there on the left still need to be Now, I don't think I can win against this guy, so I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave and try to move on. There's a chest in this room. And that didn't work for me at all. So that was pretty much a wasted run. But I needed to do it because I needed to figure out whether the chests would refill or not. I did not remember. I got 120 gold for that. 120 gold's not going to help me at all. I could play with this guy in dwarfism and yet again lock it. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be a waste, but I'll do it. If we only had 170... do that one. So again, for the second time we lock that room, we give up all the gold we found, and we try again. This is the exact wrong way to play the game, and the reason why we're only getting 6 right now instead of 10 is because we locked it. That would be 60%. Out, he can just walk under here because there is a secret passage right here, which means I can position myself to take some deal some damage. So let's just go ahead and skip this section and come over here. So that's 60 gold instead of a bag being worth 100. That's another 60, so that's 240. Was it really worth the effort? Let's see if we I'm trying to throw as many of these knives at things as possible. No, darn it. So that proves that there are secret passages for dwarfs. Of course, that was a big waste of time. And so we need to play better. Do we want to play as Lady Player 2, Lady Stephanie? So the one thing that is weird about them being gay is that they still somehow have heirs. So they must adopt, I guess. Let's see, Lady Stephanie, the Paladin, I will take. So, I have 234. I can't do attack up. I can't upgrade the Barbarian or the Mage. I can do equipment up, or I can do health up. which would probably be what you would want it to do, is equipment up. I need 350 for that. I can come over here for 175. 175. So before I get more abilities that would require me to actually be a better player, let's just get more health that doesn't require me to be a better player. Soon it will be a dream, a long forgotten dream, that you only had 160 health. We are at a level 9. The level up system is a little weird because it's not directly related to, it doesn't feel like anything. It seems like you just level up at kind of random intervals. So I want to show off this ability pretty soon. So if I do this, I'll throw balls all over the place and they will just, these spikes will bounce around quite a bit, damaging things. But they do cost 30 magic power, so they're really not a spell that to use very often. There we go. Get 2 more. Just gotta be certain you're gonna hit them in one strike. With forward, something like that. And you pretty much want a double hit every time, if you can. So you get very used to just double swinging. Now you can see the pictures that are gonna turn into flying around pictures will be rotating a little bit, but only when you're at a certain distance, so you want to kind of swing at all the pictures if you can. Otherwise, things like that will happen, and I cannot tell you how many times I've been hit by these guys. I'm about to lose. I am down to exactly 1 hit. And let's see. Diagonal spike ball. Everything possible. So here's a chest room. All I have to do is not take any damage and I can get to this chest. And that will probably be the only thing I actually accomplish well in this run. Now I have to run through the rest of the section without taking any damage. There is no magic spell that I know of that heals me. So I don't think there's ever a crossover with those abilities. You just have to find food. And if you don't find food, well then you are gonna die. But that's alright, you're always gonna die. That's how this game goes. This is strange that there's a platform right there. Careful not to hit the spikes there at the top. So there's only one way to go, this way. Looking for as much health as possible. It doesn't look good. Almost got hit, but was able to run out of the room very fast. Okay, this is actually a pretty safe. Actually. This is not very safe. One hit did 14 damage at least. Well. Not great, but not terrible of a run either. Let's find our next heir. I wouldn't really take the ability of quantum translocator as an ability. It just doesn't help me much. I would take blade wall a lot more, and he also has electrophobia, which is chickens freak you out, so that means if you eat the chicken legs, you will probably not get as much health. And he has coprolalia, which means he cusses. But I think it's let's play the guy that cusses, Sir Teddy. Wasn't a rumor that Teddy Roosevelt cussed all the time? It's probably not a joke there. There we go, 9 armor. Exactly what we needed. That leaves me with 90. We don't really need to check everything as long as we kind of have in our mind what the cheapest thing is, which is 180. We can just ignore that. So here's the chakra ability. We haven't seen it yet. Chakram. Although I am gonna just call it chakra. So it does 1 hit, 2 hits. One on the way in and one on the way out. So now that we have 9 armor, we are in a good position to not die as quickly. This game is all about dying and learning from their mistakes. Interesting, the chakra only came back to where I was. What I would give for the ability to quickly get all this gold, because I'm about to die. Instead of trying to save my life, that room messed me up. Sir Teddy has been slain, and he leaves his parting words as a bunch of cuss words. Which, okay, it's not great, but I feel like we made some progress just getting that. Time Stop is a rare ability. We will definitely want to play as Lady Winry II, the mage. Toggles freezing all the enemies on the screen. So I have 280. It'd be 220 for more health. It'd be 275 for a gold upgrade. And what can we get here? We could dash. We could jump in the air as a double jump. Or we could get the retaliation run. Well, ideally what you want to do is spend as close to every cent as you can. Because if something here is 180, there will be bad runs where I only get 180. Whereas this is 275, so I'll take that. So now we have an increase in strength a little bit, which means we will do some more damage. And this freezes all the bad guys, but not apparently the smithy. And then it turns it off. We'll see how it works as we get in the actual castle. draining my magic? Yes, it is. So, this is your standard magical time stops, but only for a little while. So you have to make a very fast effort to take out all the bad guys and freeze time. So it's highly unlikely I can jump through this and not take damage. So I probably just want to leave this area. That way, a couple, and this way is a couple, but it doesn't have any chest or anything like that, so I wouldn't find it that way. So you still walk into it. Eventually I will get good enough that I could have made it through a room like that without any damage at all. So time stop's not going to save you as much as you would hope, unfortunately. So her strength is at 18. OCD and dwarfism, OCD ADHD, or electrophobia. Let's do OCD ADHD, Lady Jenny. So we got 100 gold. Did we really get 100 gold, or did it just hand me 100 gold? I wonder, I'm suspicious of this game playing fast and loose on the number of gold pieces I actually got. It doesn't really matter, there's nothing here to buy. We haven't found any more runes, and it will probably take us a while until we find runes. There we go. Now my attack is up, so you can see right there I was able to hit them. And I'm killing things now in one hit versus having to do 2 hits. And once you get to that level, which we are at level 10 now, that starts to really solve a lot of the problems. One true strike that frees up an enemy. I thought I could hit that guy. Could be using my chakra since I typically have OCD. Is there any more bad guys in this area? No. Now that was a bad move to leave her. Because I believe they regained their health. I think. Blood sword unlocked. Good. So also notice there's a secret passage here for dwarfism people, so they could have snuck around and gotten both chests easier. Or at least one of the chests easier. I'm afraid to go downwards because I'm afraid to end up in the dungeon. So notice that the bad guys are not getting labeled in the map. That's because I don't have extended memory as a function. One of the characters I played in the last recording did have extended memory, and it would put a red dot where every bad guy is. gets down to you just keep going as you play. You just keep going. And you will have bad runs, you will have good runs, you will just keep on trying. Let's see. EHS, you conduct electricity really well. What does that, I don't think we've seen any electricity enemies yet. Or EHS, or EHS. So do we want a mage, a paladin, or a paladin? I will take a paladin that throws knives over a chakram, because frankly I just don't think the chakram's as good as I would have hoped. If I only had 10 more, I could get our strength up some more. If I had 40 more, I could upgrade to that. If I equip up... No, I don't think I'd want to do that. I could do magic damage up. That might help. But it might not. Instead, let's look at this. 500 to get the blood sword. It would take 30 of our health, add 20 weight, but it would do 2 more damage. And if we were just looking for more damage, that would be an interesting thought, at least. So now we're in a weird position. We want to spend this on the most possible. Let's see. 200 would do that, 230 would do that. I think the best thing we could do is just health up. And I think everything else will be out of our realm. So we'll just have to waste the rest of that gold. As we continue playing, we're gonna lose more and more gold to share. We will find more journal entries, but we have to find them in specific rooms that we haven't seen yet in the game. Mostly, what we're doing is we're just trying to make it through the first section and accrue enough gold. This game in particular heavily rewards playing thoroughly. Let's see. Alright, so that is Boris at half health. So, barely got that done. 6 health left of 155 magic of 115. But because I beat that sub-boss, my HP has now been permanently increased by 5. Which is nice. So that was totally worth it if we do nothing else in this run, which is a decent chance that that is going to be the case. At least we got that done. This is so useless. He has proven himself to be far from useless. Can I just be a boss? Yeah, I beat that boss, so why is it not updating my information? So, last time we didn't see the boss is area. So, if we just wanted to waste our life, we could jump in and immediately die. It doesn't help us anymore. Although, since I was so close to dying anyways, it might have been better. More interesting move at least to go see the boss. You will see the boss eventually. This character has PAD, peripheral arterial disease, which is no foot pulse, which means that you can walk on spikes and not be hurt. Also, you're flexible. This one, ADHD and chickens freak you out, and you're skinny and you have ADHD, so I will take Sir Teddy 3. We have 560, which means I can upgrade the mage or the barbarian, and I think I will do that. Convert your barbarians into barbarian kings, learn the secret of shouts of the bears, and shout at things until they explode. Farodas. That is a Skyrim reference for Fusuroda. And for another 520 now we can unlock the shinobi of the fleetest fighter, the fleetest of fighters. So it's helpful early in game to unlock the barbarian kings and archmage, just so you can get the other characters. That way we get a better selection each time of people we can play as. But now I'm at 150, and I believe again that means I don't have anything I can purchase, so we will just move on. We are at level 12. It has significantly slowed down as far as our levels now. There is an achievement for getting to, I believe, like level 50, and I suspect that's gonna be about right where you need to be to the point where you can be as an average player. I'm sure there is somebody who has beaten the entire game on the first Sir Useless round. You probably can look that up on YouTube. But that's not a realistic goal for regular people. That's something that someone who's tried very hard and practiced way too much. Notice I am leaving a trail of black smog. Why am I leaving a trail of black smog? It is because I have let's see, no foot pulse? That doesn't make any sense. Or PAD, that doesn't make any sense. You turn while fighting. I don't think I want to go up there. That feels like a death trap. Yeah, I don't know why there's a black smog falling. Very strange. No foot pulse means... I thought it means you didn't get damaged when stepping on spikes. Apparently, that's not what it means. Well, that was my mistake for sure. I was pretty sure that is exactly what it meant. Oh, part of this game is learning what the abilities and afflictions your characters have do. And we'll do stereo blind, or we'll do so useless to the mage, the Lady Winnie. Let's do the mage so that we can see the flame barrier. She'll have OCD and glaucoma too. So I have 110, you need 520 for this. I think that means we can't buy anything. So the flame barrier is 5 spinning wheels here. Not a big issue. It drains your magic as it spins. So because we're in this area where it's non-stop, we can sit here forever. So if you leveled yourself up by the amount of damage you did, and they didn't exclude the training dummy, in theory, you might be able to cheat the system by sitting here, turning something like this on, and just leaving the game running for hours and hours and hours. If that was really how it worked. I don't know if that's really how it works or not. I doubt it is. Then, potentially on the first run, if you were very lucky and got an attack like that, you might be able to beat the entire game. If you leveled up all the way to level 50 or higher. Man, I'm not doing well. So, what I want to show you, since he's stereo blind, when he turns, all the bad guys disappear. You will run into multiple rooms like this, where the bad guys don't show anymore. So, like when he turns, well, that one's not Alright, so instead of going forward here, let's use this teleporter and just go to the boss. So you can see what, oh, oops. That's not what this takes you to. This took us to the Maya. So the Maya is the upper area where all the bad guys are stronger. Which I guess we might as well just show off the Maya too. Journal entry 2. Although I am the eldest child, I am not my father's favorite. I have always known he planned to leave me with nothing. But if I find the cure, everything will change. The victor will earn nothing less than the throne upon his path. Upon my ascension, my wife and my children shall move back into the royal quarters, back to the royal city, where once again we will be treated with respect, the respect due to them. No longer will we stand for the gossip and petty slander of my cousin. The other dukes shall bow as we met. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I must keep my priorities clear. Conquer the castle, find the cure, collect my reward. So, as we find rooms with these entries, I don't think you'll ever find another entry 2 in the game. It's one time per play, per profile. So we will find rooms with something like this, but it will be entry 3 next time. And if you want to reread it, you can always just, at the very beginning level, that room is full of monsters. So ideally what you want to do in this situation is run back out. Find a way to escape the section we're in, because the teleporter took us to the line. Here's a fairy puzzle. All we have to do is not take any damage, and we can get it. Siphon rune collected. So you're gonna get better and better about not taking damage. And then you're gonna get worse and worse about not taking damage. Sir Useless was slain and only killed one creature. Wow. That is pretty pathetic. Sir Useless living up to his name. But again, Sir Useless has actually given me several good expansions, permanent upgrades. He got me health +5, he's got me another rune stone. A barbarian queen. Let's play as a barbarian queen, since that is the character we just unlocked. We only have 90 gold here, we're not going to be able to use it, find anything there. So we have a new rune stone, and that allows us to, for 175, buy the Siphon rune. Steals mana from slain enemies. Multiple runes can stack, and that's what the 5 dots in the lower right corner, I believe, are rune slots. So you can have 5 of them. Siphon ability would be kind of nice. Let's give up that 90 gold and move on. So the red teleporters are not actually they don't take you to the boss, they take you to other sections. My mistake. It's been a while since I played this game. Particularly after you've beaten this game, you've probably played it enough. It wouldn't be. It'll be a good while before you decide to leave it up. And I will admit that after you've beaten this game once, there's not a huge motivating factor to continue with your profile and go above level 50. It's simply one of those things where you have to make your own challenge at that point. Or move on to the next game, which as a YouTube video game critic, that's what I have to do. Let's move on to the next game. And then the next. And then the next. It never stops. And I really wouldn't want it to. So my hope was to hit him in the head and not do any damage. You can see the knights are pretty slow with their attacks. I got the chest open. This should work pretty well. And then that. There we go. Boom. Empty. Down to half my life. Fill my magic, which probably was already filled. So the right strategy for a room like this is to, if my health was low, take the health, but leave the magic if my magic's full. That would have been the right strategy. Ooh. Actually, I will go ahead and take this chest. Notice that chest just gave me a significant larger amount of why this horse is in the ground, I don't know. That is a level 49 dark silent. So if I can avoid this plant and kill this, what I can only assume is a bugged out creature, I just did a lot of damage. That's a level 49 plant. I used all my magic to try to kill that. That didn't work. So you would think that much of killing a level 49 creature would level me up quite a bit. Now the problem with me leveling up is the bad guys you're fighting level up too. So it might actually be more beneficial to get to bosses as soon as possible, so you fight a level 1 version of the boss. But I don't think it actually works that way. I think they have each of the bosses at a specific minimum level, and they only get worse. So there's probably a correct time to take the plunge and take on your first boss. Remember, there's only 5 bosses in this game. So you want to get really good at that maneuver. As you can see, I did it, but not perfectly. There we go. Lady Sonia was slain by the flame. Lady Sonia got us 910 gold as a barbarian queen. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to hit the button to scream. Can we play as anything but about a paladin? No. We will play the one. So you could be a savant, you're very talented with a few issues. Or we could play as paladin. I assume being a savant is going to change your stats all up. Also, take a moment to realize that we are at 1162. This timeline started at, I believe, 700. So, you're talking 300 years now have passed trying to defeat this bad guy. These bad guys in this castle. It's been 300 years of legacy. So, do we want to unlock the shinobi? Do we want to potentially unlock the mage? If we unlock the mage, we can't do anything else. Shinobi plus that would maybe work exactly right. I don't know. Do we want to build any equipment? No. Let's go ahead and make a rune. Let's see, that would be 175. So I'll unlock the shinobi. The shinobi, a super fast, super deadly warrior who wears a special headband. They can take a lot of hits, but they can't take a lot of hits, but they can dish out the pain. Believe it. That is a Naruto reference. And with that, we can now, next time we have 630 gold, lower Sharon's toll by learning the barter with Death himself. So Sharon is Death. So one upgrade means we get to keep 10% of our gold. Keeping 10% of our gold is a nice thought. Critical chance up, we could do that. We can't do attack up right now. And we can't do that. So, we could go health up some more. But I just want to get a rune. So the question is, do we want the retaliation rune? Or do we want the siphon rune? Let's get the siphon rune. So now the siphon rune is equipped. You can see its icon in the lower left corner. And we are at 215, which means I think we can get another rune too. So let's get, no, the price went up too much. I'm sure there's something though I can make. That's 500. At 215, I'm sure there's some upgrade. 220 to upgrade that, 230 to upgrade that, 220 to upgrade that. Oh, really? You're gonna do this to me, game? I think it's gonna do it to me. I think I am 5 gold less of what I need to unlock or purchase anything. How irritating. And I only got to level 13 there, so killing a level 49 character doesn't seem like it's gonna really level you up instantaneously. It seems probably more like the amount of gold and the amount of upgrades you buy are the things that level you up. So it wouldn't surprise me if I bought exactly 13 upgrades. And that's why I'm level 13. And that's the only reason I'm level 13. Well, I'll leave that room alone. Definitely take that. Entry number 3. I've paid my dues and entered the castle proper. That devil Sharon has taken all that I own as man. He has even pilfered my private coffers. I have left my wife and children with none. He sets this price for any and all who hazard the depths of the castle. He says it is fair. It is fair because of all who have entered, none have returned. But I will change that. I will be victorious. There's no greater swordsman than I, even amongst my siblings. So, that's Prince's Journal number 3. The question is, are these different people writing these journals? Or is that all the same person? 340 already. Feels like the game, once you get into the flow of the game, it sometimes feels like the game is playing, working with you so you succeed. Oh, I hate these guys so bad. So we nailed this one now. Almost ran right into that spike. Here we go. Some more gold there. And some more gold there. And I have teased it several times, so let's do it. Let's go into this place and see if we can take on the balance. We probably can't, but we have 900 and well, actually, let's just do it. We'll take on the boss for the first time. It is Keter, the gatekeeper. So he's a level 30, doing a bullet hell attack of throwing bloody tears everywhere, and he killed me in about 3 attacks. Now I did take out, I would say maybe a 1/6 of his life. So if I was 6 times more powerful, so 26, 52 would probably be 8 times more powerful. So a little bit around 40 or level 40 or 50, I could see being able to beat that guy easily. Otherwise, I'm going to have to struggle with it, and that's really what's going to happen with all the bosses, is we will attempt it like we attempt the castle multiple times, and if we're having a really good run, if we've got our attack up, if we've got our health up, we will be able to beat them that one time that we need to do it, which actually I don't think that's the way it works. I'm not sure. I think either you have to beat each boss once and it saves that, or you have to beat all 5 bosses in one run. And it might be you have to beat all 5 bosses in one run. I think it might be. I don't know. I do not know. We will have to find that out later. Anywho, that is going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.